So a new leader, a new approach, which I think will command confidence because we're setting it out over time in detail.
I wanted to ask you about ID cards, because there's a group of Labour MPs calling for the introduction of ID cards. They say it would help support public services, but would also help when it comes to border security. What's your view on ID cards?
Well, I think, universal compulsory ID cards, there are issues concerning like civil liberty, which I think people might be worried about. But I think if somebody is going to be, working or trying to access public services, then it is reasonable that they prove their identity. I'm concerned about people accessing benefits who aren't entitled to, who have never paid tax. So I definitely, would be happy to look at proposals which stop people, as I say, taking the British taxpayer for a ride. And that is what our proposals last week were designed to do. So people who come in saying they're going to work but don't work, or they end up earning very low wages.
We've heard your proposals already. But on the ID cards, you mentioned the civil liberties. I mean, some people would say, look, Google knows everything there is to know about us nowadays. Is this really such a big deal?
Well, I think, look, if there are proposals, we'll obviously study them carefully. There is a balance between civil liberties and enforcement. But as I said a second ago, we do need to make sure people who are here potentially illegally don't end up abusing the system by, for example, claiming benefits, illegally working, accessing the NHS when they shouldn't do so. And I'd be happy to constructively study any proposals which clamp down on that, because we don't want people here illegally doing any of those things. In fact, people here illegally should obviously be removed.